Thanks for clicking on my video. Before we get started, please click the subscribe button so that you can get more great content such as this one. Thanks. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm your host Tony Coleman, and today I'm going to do another unboxing video. This is another visible phone. This is their Motorola G Pure. It is also on their swap list right now. Pretty much everything else in the box is just the return address sticker for sending in the old phone that I will be swapping out. And then they also have the SIM card as well. I will not be putting a SIM card in, as I am not going to be activating the phone during the video. But it's pretty straightforward on how to do it. You just download their app, log in, and follow the instructions. So, only thing holding this closed is one piece of tape. First thing on top is the phone, which is in a sleeve like a lot of them are these days. This phone has a metallic sheen to it. It's got a texture to it, almost like a fingerprint texture, and it looks almost like a royal blue coloration, and definitely has a couple different grooves in it that you can see for the light, but kind of nice looking. It definitely does help with holding the phone on the back, but the sides here are still slick, and so is this, so you're probably still going to want a case for it that has one of the ball sockets where you slip your finger through to hold on to it. Otherwise, the extra grip you get from the back here probably isn't going to be enough to hold on to it. So just my first assessment from touching the phone. And in the box you get the instruction manual, same things as normal, telling you how to do the SIM card, the micro SD card, all that. Then you'll have your warranty booklet, and then also they send you the SIM removal tool, which Visible also gives you one when they send you the SIM. And then also the USB-C charging cable and a C adapter. And that is pretty much all that's in this box. So, box isn't anything fantastic, anything special. You've got your power button, your volume buttons here on the side. Power, volume, charging is on bottom, headphone jack on top, and then your SIM card slot is here on the side. So let's see if it came with any power to it. Looks like there is. So we're going to power it up and see what we can do. Motorola has certainly changed hands multiple times over the years, and the quality of their phones have also shifted with those changes. But this splash screen at the very beginning looks kind of nice. Didn't take near as long as the last phone that I did an unboxing video for, so that's kind of nice. So here we are at the very beginning of setting it up. We'll hit start. We're not going to connect to a mobile network because I don't have a SIM card in it yet, so we'll hit skip. It'll now search for my Wi-Fi and any of the other Wi-Fi's in the area, so let me pick one. We'll go with 5G. Alright, so it's attaching. Getting phone ready. Accept all the Motorola software update info, EULA agreement. Looking for Motorola updates. Now it's looking for the Google settings. Now, depending on your network connectivity and whether you have activated mobile service or not, this may take a little bit as it tries to establish what apps it needs to move forward. It should prompt us to log into our Google account very shortly here. Alright, I'm going to pause the video until it's ready. Alright, now that's done, it proceeded on to the copied apps and data, which is normal for this process. Since I am not transferring any files from another phone over, I'll just hit don't copy. Checking info again. This is where it wants us to log into Google, so I'll put in one of my numerous email addresses. Then I hit agree. Now it's getting my account info from that email address. Okay, Google services, we accept all of them. Okay, we're skipping the PIN setup because I don't need to set up a PIN. I'm not worried about anyone getting into this phone. Yes, continue with the setup. Just like some of the other phones, this phone's about the same length as my hand. That's Google Assistant. I normally turn Google Assistant off because I don't typically use it, so I will go back. It'll say continue again, but should skip to the we're not going to teach our Google Assistant to do anything, so we will just say leave it and get a reminder later to set up, which of course I will ignore because I don't use them. Looks like the camera is directly in the top middle there. This is a dual camera system, so that's fine. Let's see, Motorola wanting us to stay in touch. That's fine. They're saying new way to navigate. They're teaching you how to use the basically the home key and all that. It's not want to work with me. There we go. So here we are. Looks like they've got the icons a lot larger than some of the other phones I've used. They've already got a few of the apps on the front. They've got the Motorola app, but it doesn't look like they've got a whole lot else, which is pretty typical of the visible phones. They tend to not have a lot of bloat. But the first thing you're going to want to do is get in and download the Visible app so that when you do go to activate the SIM card, you will already have the app ready. Install, and while that's installing, go in here and tell it to update over. So it's already trying to download most of the Motorola apps. As you can see, there's other apps that are out of date. So I would recommend updating everything on your phone before going too much further. While it's updating, it may be a little bit laggy. I've been told by others that this phone does have a small lag to it. I don't know if it's just bad at multitasking or what, but just doing the basics here, I'm not noticing a whole lot of lag difference. It seems to respond all right. As you can see, it's got Android 11, but pretty straightforward. Not any wow factor to it, but it's definitely not an extremely low end phone. For getting people set up and using service and having an intro phone, it's actually a decent phone to have. I've definitely had freebies and cheap phones given to me to get me set up on service that were much worse than these. But from what I can tell, it seems to respond to me all right. And even though there was some lag at the beginning, it seems like it's updating okay. But yeah, I think it will be a decent phone for anybody who would want to use one. Not sure if I would choose this one over the Midnight at the moment, which is the other option for the swap that is currently available. But I don't think that I would feel bad if this was the only choice at the time either, because it does seem to be very responsive. It's not so laggy that I wouldn't want to use it, and it's a good size, and the buttons are in good locations. One of the issues I had with like the Pixel 2 was, even though it's a smaller screen, the volume button is right in the dead middle of it, and if you've got any kind of tripod or something like that that tries to attach, a lot of times they clip right there in the middle and it causes problems. So I like having the volume buttons towards the top along with the power button. A lot of times I prefer one on one side, one on the other, but you can't always get that. But yeah, I like it. Definitely much better than the previous ZTEs that they've had, and the build quality when holding it doesn't feel overly cheap. I wouldn't say it feels top of the line, but it does feel good. So it's a good weight as well. And so I think most people who would use it would be happy for a low to mid-range phone. So if you got any questions on it, feel free to ask me in the comments section down below. I'm pretty good about replying to people. If you have further information you'd like to share on it, your own thoughts even, I'd love to hear them. And then if you would, please share my video, like and subscribe, and then hit that bell button so that you get notifications when I drop new content. So that's all I got for today. Until next time, have a good one.